What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Flash and Arrowverse video. So if you're new to the channel, please drop a like, please do subscribe as well down below, hit that bell button to get notifications. So welcome people to this video. Now it's something which popped up on my stream which I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much to everyone who watches my streams nearly every Friday. But every Saturday I will do a stream for you lovely, lovely people. Come hang out, chat. It's always a really, really casual kind of experience. We just chat about, well, everything that's on this channel and stuff that isn't. So it's nice for me to actually engage with you people and actually talk about things which I don't usually talk about on this channel, which is pretty darn awesome. But well, there was one thing which we talked about. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Godspeed. So Godspeed, I have seen so many people actually discuss Godspeed online and everything like that, about Godspeed coming to The Flash Season 4. Now, the question is, will he actually appear on Season 4? Now, we have quite a few different actual kind of ideas that he could come in. We've got the big one, which is the looming threat of the bus metas, and there is a hell of a lot of them that he could actually be. Now, one thing I actually said in my stream is the fact that, well, we could possibly kind of what we could have had. Well, here's what you could have won. Ralph Dibny could actually be August Hart. The reason I'm saying that is because we've got someone who is a cop who has been worked with Barry, and really, if you don't know who August Hart is, August Hart was the friend of Barry Allen in like New 52, leading into DC Rebirth, which is where Godspeed first came to fruition. And there was a Speed Force storm that hit at the start of Rebirth, and Barry's kind of his friend in the police force, he got powers from that Speed Force storm and actually started to become an ally of Barry Allen. And he started to help Barry Allen and things like that. But he started to turn a bit rogue because, well, August Hart, he had a kindred spirit with Barry Allen in the fact that August Hart had a brother who was killed, and he couldn't work out that mystery, and they actually ended up having a falling out about, well, what can they do with this speed? With this speed, they could fix everything. But Barry, being the kind of real Boy Scout that he actually is, he thought, you know what, we're going to just do the due process and things like that. But then, obviously, August Hart was revealed that he was Godspeed, and using his powers, he was able to split himself into different locations, so he could split his body using the Speed Force, and then he went on a tirade of killing speedsters. So there was a hell of a lot of speedsters who actually became speedsters from the Speed Force storm, and Godspeed, aka August Hart, was secretly going around killing all these people and getting their powers. And then he kind of investigated the black hole, who were sort of kind of complicit in his brother's murder and things like that. So what could actually happen is, August Hart could have been Ralph Dibny. I think that would have been a great storyline. We could have had the Thinker as well, and then the mid-season finale could reveal that there is another speedster out there, another speedster vigilante, who then later on turned out to be killing people. And that would have been really, really good for me. I think that would have been a lot better, maybe than Ralph Dibny. But I absolutely love Ralph Dibny. I think he's great. He really is a fantastic character on the show. However, it would have been nice to have Godspeed. But to be honest, it is a bit soon. 2016 really is the first time we got Godspeed. So for me, it's a bit too soon into having Godspeed on the TV show. But he could possibly be one of the bus metas, which would be really, really interesting, and it could turn out to be someone from Ralph and Barry's past as well. Now, that's the way I would do it. That's the way I would have him come onto the show. They could be a police officer who both of those knew, and then he becomes a speedster later on. But I can't help but think that if we knew there was another speedster going around Central City, we would have heard of him so far. So that's a bit of the problem there. And we also have a rogue murder mystery going on in The Flash very, very soon. And it is the mystery of Iron Heights. And Warden Wolf seem what I predict to be at the centre of this. And we've also got Wolf in the TV show, who has all these metas in the TV show's version of the pipeline, which is where the rogues were kept, and all the rogues are now kept at Iron Heights in the comic book. So there could be quite a lot going on there. So I'm interested to see where this will actually go next. But is it too soon for Godspeed? Perhaps. Perhaps it actually is too soon. I would want it to be a big thing, although arguably in the comics he wasn't that much of a big thing, because it really was only a few issues and he was captured. So what I would do is actually bring August Hart into the show, not make him Godspeed yet. I would make him Godspeed maybe later on, or have him revealed to actually have powers from the Speed Force Storm, but doing everything in secret and things like that. And then finally we eventually start to see the effects of Godspeed, and I would have that as a teaser for next season as a sub-villain and not the main villain for the whole season. So let me know what you think in the comments on that one. Do you think that that's a good idea? Would you want to see that? So now next up, we've got another thing that's spun out of the stream here as well. And this was a very, very, very astute point. I can't remember who exactly made this point. But we were talking about, why is there no Earth 1 Batman and Superman, or even Supergirl? Now, the reason I personally think that there is no Earth 1 Batman or Superman is because if we think about it, at the start of The Flash Season 1, we actually had Barry get his powers way, way earlier. Now, if you think about it, the Age of Heroes really comes in sort of at once. So it's sort of, if you, I know this is a DC video, but let's talk about, of course, let's talk about Avengers. So Avengers, if there was no Iron Man, if Tony Stark never went to Afghanistan, arguably there would be no Avengers, because the Avengers Initiative wouldn't have been interested in Iron Man, and that would have gone a different way. And that's actually a video which I'm going to do in a couple of hours, so you can go and check that out. I will be doing another video as well on all that kind of craziness. But the thing is, the Age of Heroes has come too early. So the Flash is kind of the first, if you think about it. So Arrow is, you know, he was the first. Flash is sort of the kind of first meta, arguably the first meta in this universe. And the thing is, I think that Batman and Superman, well, they would come in later. So later on, they would sort of be the heroes. So I think that's possibly, Thorne has messed that up majorly, which is why over on the other Earth, we've got Superman. Although Superman has been Superman for 15 years. So that's where this theory does kind of become let down just a little bit, in my opinion. But it is a very interesting idea nonetheless. So what do you guys think? Do you think that that is why we haven't got an Earth 1 or Earth 1 Batman or Earth 1 Superman? I'd be very interested to hear what you think. And then if that is the reason, that opens the door down the line for possibly having an Earth 1 Superman and an Earth 1 Batman. That, or Thorne has actually gone around and gone into the past and actually killed those original versions, or kind of killed Bruce Wayne as a kid or something like that. Maybe. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.